If you have been struggling to get sales from your design work or understanding what you really need to do to make money, I have the workshop for you. On September 23rd, I'm hosting my first ever Profitable Designer Workshop. This 1-day, 3-hour workshop is only $97, but I have a discount for all my podcast listeners. Go to carinagardnercourses.com/profit and put in the code podcast for $50 off. I can't wait to see you more profitable. Hey guys, welcome to the podcast today. Today I want to talk about what is standing between you and that big dream of becoming a designer. Whether you've been thinking about being a fabric designer or a Cricut or silhouette designer, maybe you're someone who wants to start an Etsy shop, all the things. What is keeping you from today doing those things? Now, some of you who are listening to this, you're like, nothing, I'm doing it right now. That's amazing and awesome. So maybe I'm not speaking to you today, but maybe you can take just a few nuggets from what I talk about today. The rest of you, if you are not making money as a designer right now, are you putting together the steps? Are you doing the steps that will get you there? Now, many of you know the number one thing I tell you to do is design every day. If you design every day, you become good at your craft, you become good at the software, you become faster at the software, which being fast at the software, you guys, is no small feat, and it will make you skilled and useful for a lot of different markets and industries, not just this one, which is the one I teach in, which is surface pattern design and craft design, but it also makes you more powerful for industries like freelance or web design or book illustration, okay? So we want to be designing every day because it brings up those skills and it fills the 10,000 hour rule that we're always looking for. So that's you guys have heard me talk about it before, but I'm going to reference it again right now. Malcolm Gladwell has a book called Outlier. And he references the 10,000 hour rule, which I don't know that he came up with, but he gets a lot of references to it. Basically says if you can accomplish 10,000 hours of anything, you become an expert at it. And if you can get there faster than everybody else, then more power to you. It's a great book. I highly recommend it. It's called Outlier. So one of the things we are doing when we're designing every day is we are getting in our 10,000 hours before everyone else. And I recently was on another podcast, and one of the questions was like, how long does it take you to make money as a designer? And then, or how many hours a day do you have to design if you say design every day? And I said, how fast do you want to make 6 figures? Right? So like if you're putting in 1 hour a day, you're going to be in a different spot than someone who's putting in 10 hours a day, right? So even though I say design every day, this is all up to you. I know some of you can only get in an hour a day. I know we have Design Suite members who go to work during the day, and so they put it in an hour before or after, or they find the time to do it, and then they're doing it on the weekends. For those of you who are doing this full time, you're going to do it all day long and just do it, right? So what's keeping you from actually the big dream at this point? And you might be like, well, Carina, I don't have the fabric contract yet. Or Carina, I don't have, money coming in from my digital sales yet. Okay. So the first question I usually have to ask about both of those things is your stuff like in a point where someone can actually buy it? And what I mean is not that it's pretty enough, but can someone go to a website and click add to cart and buy your thing? Okay, that's number one. And very often I find that most people haven't even made it to that point. Like you have not put the add to cart button on things. Does that make sense? Okay, so how about number 2? If you've gotten to that point, okay, how many designs do you actually have? It takes a lot of designs to make it. A lot. And we're talking about thousands. I had someone tell me as I was texting with them in my DMs that they had 200 designs in their shop, and they didn't understand why they weren't making money. And I think most people think 200 designs is a lot. I am here to tell you I need you to normalize this. 200 designs is not a lot of designs, especially on the internet, and especially if the prices are between 99 cents and $5. You need a crazy amount of designs. Well, everyone's like, well, what's crazy? And I'm like, I make a lot of money. I make multiple six figures, and I have over 10,000 designs. Okay? So that is what I'm talking about. That's why this whole thing is a long game strategy if you're going to do this online. Now, there are short game strategies, right? You can do freelance work. You can do website design for people. There are things that can bring you in income now as a designer. But those of you who want to own your own business, like, you have to treat it like you own your own business, right? And be designing so much and outputting so much that you're getting momentum from your design work, okay? So what is keeping you from that? Are you not able to put in the time? That's sometimes the case. Are you unable to put in an investment? So maybe you are spending a lot of time, like you have time, but you're spending a lot of that time on YouTube trying to find all the free tutorials or figuring out this, that, or the other, instead of being in a program that will teach you how to do the coursework. That's sometimes an issue. Like you're like wasting your time. You're not moving faster. What else could it be? Maybe you think we need to have some mindset shifts. Maybe you think that you should be able to design a little and then immediately be able to get that fabric contract. That is not the way this thing works. Usually people who get fabric contracts, they've been designing for a long time, so they're really seasoned designers, or they have a massive audience. And both of those things take time, effort, energy, and know-how. And it is like building a business. It's crazy how that works. So I want you to evaluate where you are. What do you need to do? Do you need a mindset shift? Do you need to trade some time for money? Do you have money issues? Okay. Do you have time issues? Kind of evaluate those things, and you'll be able to kind of move forward as you kind of go, okay, what would be the best use of my time, right? All right, guys, I hope that you are making those steps forward so your design journey is this amazing one. You're designing, creating, making beautiful things every day. That's super exciting for me. And I hope I get to see you in a design boot camp if you want to learn even more about what are the realistic things that you have to do to become a designer. And we really go through how I got started, my signature framework, our 5 strategies for becoming paid. So go check that out. It is at carinagardnercourses.com/designbootcamp, and I hope I get to see you there.
Hey, did you know that you can visit me at makeanddesign.com to learn more about this podcast and join my VIP group for weekly freebies? I can't wait to see you there.